All right, first card up, 96 SP Kobe. All right, see what we got. So first, I always look at that. Centering looks pretty good. And the corners, I don't see much whitening. Okay, see a little nick on this edge right there, but not much. Little edge wear on the top, and a little bit of white showing on this top left. A little bit of debris on the front. So far, it is surface looking good. No weird indents, anything like that. Let's flip it to the back. Back looks pretty good too. This is in between a 9 and a 10 so far. My guess PSA would give it a 9. It's in pretty good shape for how old it is. Let's look one more time. Yeah, just a little edge wear I'm worried about. I think PSA would give it a 9 because of that edge wear. But nothing major. Nice card. I think I'm going to get closer to a 9.5, but I think PSA gives it a 9. Look one more time. All right, here we go. All right, we got some hockey, some coal. All right, let's look at the centering first. A little bit thinner on the left than the right, just looking up here. But not much, still within Gem 10 range. Now I'm going to look at the corners. Corners look good. A little bit of debris right here. No surface marks. Edges look clean. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking like 10 quality so far. Still looking good. A little bit of edge ripples, but that's normal to these cards. And a little bit of a surface mark. It's really faint going through like that. I think it's in between a 9 and a 10 for me. I'm going to put it at a 9.5. Corners look good. It's really faint, but you can see it goes up through here. See that? Right through there. I think PSA is actually going to give it a 9 because of that. SGC will overlook it. I think I'm going to put it at a 9.5. Here we go. All right, we got a Kobe Finest. So you have the coating on. PSA will not give it a 10 with that coating. I would recommend peeling off the coating. There's obvious lines and little nicks to the coating, everything like that. And then you would need to wipe down the back. See, look at all of this film. You know, just take a wet microfiber cloth and just wipe it down. And then take a clean microfiber, dry one, and it'll get it off easy. The back looks good. I don't see any marks. Indents, corners look good. Edges. I don't see any weird refractor lines underneath or anything like that. So definitely take the coating off and wipe down the back. And I think it has a 10 shot, okay? Corners look good. And then to get the peel off, you just gently, that corner looks the best to get the peel off, okay? Look at, just kind of go like that, lift it, keep lifting. And you got it. Centering. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any flaws underneath that coating, but I don't see it right now. And the back looks good. All right, we got Kobe Metal Championship. I like to look at these cards always. All right, let's see what we got. I'm worried about the positioning of that embossed. But it looks good as long as the grader knows it's not a ding. It's not. Centering's pretty nice. And that looks like edge wear, but it's a sock. So I hope the grader knows how to grade this card. I don't see much going on with it. Any flaws? Just a little debris, little mark here. It's common to this set. And a little mark here too. That one's a little more noticeable. I'm a little worried about that one. And then there's the fisheye that you hear me talk about a lot right there. A couple baby fisheyes up here too. The back looks pretty good. But the way PSA have been grading these 90s cards, a little touch of white there. I have a feeling PSA is going to give it an 8. I'm going to put it closer to a 9. That bothers me a little bit. Yeah, I think PSA is going to hammer that. It doesn't bother me as much, but that's why I give you the grades for every company, so you know. Okay. All right, we got a 98 Kobe Ovation. I like the look of these embossed basketball design here. On these ones, the bottom corners are always difficult because of the black. I see a touch of white on this left and more touch of white on the edge and bottom corner. Centering's there. Centering's perfect. I don't see much at the top corners. Let's look at the back. A little nick to the edge here. Right there. Not much. This big, it's not a crease. You can see it's the Kobe outline. That won't hurt you. Yeah. A little bit of edge wear on this top, but not bad. I think I'm at a 9.5. I think PSA gives it a 9 just because of that bottom right. Yeah, it's definitely, you can see in the loop really well. I'm not worried about those corners. I don't see, one more pass through. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything other than that. So I'm thinking a 9.5, and PSA gives it a 9. All right, the second Ovation Kobe. Let's hope those black edge corners look better. Unfortunately, it's the same corner. This one even has some uplifting to it. Let me look at it closer in the loop. Yeah, I wish you could see it in the loop. It's definitely got white showing. A little bit of bow to this card too. In the middle. Alright, let's look at the back. The back looks good. It's a very similar card to the last one. I can tell it came from the same box or same case. Centering's not quite as good, a little thinner on the left. I think I'm actually, because of that bottom right, I'm actually leaning towards a 9 on this one. I think an SGC will give it a 9.5. And I think PSA It's borderline. I wouldn't send this to PSA. I think they'll still give it a 9, but it has a shot at an 8 with them, so it's just not worth it. Okay. All right, the third and final Kobe Ovation. Let's hope this one get a 10. Now it's the bottom left corner. See that? It's definite white showing. You really see it right there. I'm gonna look in the loop. Yeah, it's even rounded a little bit in the loop. Top corners look good again. And this one, actually, the centering, you can really see, is off. This one's definitely a PSA 8. It's much thinner on the right than the left right there. I'm leaning towards an 8 too. Maybe an 8.5. Back looks pretty good. Not seeing much wrong with the back, to be honest. But I think it turned out that first Ovation, the one I gave a 9.5, is probably the best if you're going to send one in. I think it was the cleanest. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards an 8.5 for me. PSA gives an 8. You got plenty of fish eyes, little ones. They're tiny, baby fish all over here in the jersey. I'm actually leaning towards an 8 now because of the little fishy eyes. Okay. All right, we got a Kobe Hoops, 1999. I'm already looking at the centering. Centering's near 50-50. A little bit thinner on the top than the bottom, but within Gem 10 range. I'm looking at the corners. I'm liking the corners too. This might be your first 10 card. I'm hoping. Yeah, look good. Corners look nice. I don't know, see any surface problems or anything. All right, let's flip to the back. The back's looking good too. I'm liking it. Just a little debris, but not bad. There we go. Got it. Yeah, I'm liking this card a lot. Little tiny bit of edge wear top right, but not bad. All right, let's do another quick pass for the edges and the surface. I'm liking it. I think it's a 10. All right, Tom Brady Airborne. I never do well grading these. I mean, I can grade them, but I mean, with PSA, they never give me 10s for some reason. Right now, I'm already seeing just a little factory dimple. Tiny, tiny, don't worry. I think you're still within. I think you are off-centered a little left to right, actually. Yeah, it's thicker on the left. You're going to look at this compared to that. I think it's bringing you into a mint 9 range now. And then you have one little factory imperfection right there, too, right by his elbow. So a little worried about that. I think you're a little bit off-center top to bottom, too. So I've learned from grading these airbornes. And then you have a little nick right there above the M on Prism. Other than that, the back looks pretty good. But I'm thinking all these, I actually think PSA is going to give you an 8. And I see a little uplifting nick on this edge right there. Yeah. I think I'm going to give it a 9. But I think PSA will give it an 8. All right, we got T-Law Mystique. I like the look of these cards. The acetate. Acetates are hard to grade, but let's hope for few surface scratches. Okay. Let's just see a little debris. It's going to bug me. Just get it off. Oh, man. card. It's on these I see it's almost like this see this white paint? It's almost like it chips onto the bottom of the card right here. It just takes some rubbing right there, okay? I just can't risk doing it myself, but it should come off. I'm seeing a few little surface imperfections, very common to this card there, and then right there too. Nothing major. I like the centering. I like the corners, obviously really good. The back looks great. More of that kind of paint chipping that I was talking about right there. See it? The red. I really, if it was my card, I just want to get it. Yeah, I would just try to remove those bottom things right there. Other than that, I think if those are gone, you have a chance at a 10. But as is, I think PSA would give it a 9, and I would give it a 9.5. But this is a gem card. You just gotta make it a gem card. Get those off right there. And they're really kind of stuck on too. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, you can really see them in the loop, all the little paint debris. I had a Justin Fields like that too. Alright, we got a CD Lamb Absolute. And I couldn't stand it. On that T-Law, I actually got it off for you. Those little chips, paint chips on the bottom edge, just so you know. So it should grade pretty well. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's remove a little bit of debris. Go. Okay. I'm liking the centering a lot, but I'm noticing, you already see it right there. Factory dimple. That's gonna hurt it. But the centering and the corners are there, and that's tough for a foil condition sensitive card, but that dang surface ding is gonna get you. Dimple. The back looks good too, dang it. Yeah, the back looks great. The white corners I'm not too worried about. They look good. No surface imperfections there. But unfortunately, that's going to bring you to a PSA 9. I'm going to put it at a 9.5. I guess GC gives it a 9.5 too. Got another Absolute. This is the green version. Let's hope there's no surface dimples on this one. Got some debris off for you. Okay, here we go. Yay, no surface dimples. I looked at that first. The centering's pretty good. It's perfect, actually. And before you send these in, I think you should take a quick microfiber cloth. Just wipe to them, that's all. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Little mark right here to the surface. See that right there? That might come off too. I might just gently do it. Yeah, it's not coming off initially, but I don't know. I don't think it's not a dimple or anything. I don't think it's gonna hurt it. Let's look at the back. I like this card. I think it has a Gem 10 possibility actually. Yeah, I feel a little better about it. A little debris top left, I'll wipe off, but yeah, I think this is a Gem 10 actually. I like it. All right, we got one more Absolute. Looks like it's Justin Jefferson, just the base. You can see so much debris because of the foil. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking at centering first. You can see it's thicker on the left than the right. I'm a little worried about that. I think it actually puts it in the mint 9 range off the bat, and I actually see a corner ding top left. See that? Other than that, the bottom corners look good. Not seeing much else wrong. Actually, that is a roller mark. You see that all through here? I think that brings it down to an 8 now. That hurts it. I think I'm leaning towards an 8.5 now. Yeah, you can definitely see it. With that corner ding, the back looks good. The back looks like a gem tin. But yeah, I wouldn't grade this card. Not too much value in it, even if it gets a 9. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think PSA would give an 8, unfortunately. Whoa, wow, I just noticed that too. Look at the waves. See that? All right here. Oh, dang. I'm glad I noticed that really quickly towards the end, because I actually really don't grade this card because I think PSA will give it a 6 now because of those. Okay. All right, we got a Sudden Impact A-Rod from Classic Images. I have seen this card a lot in my life, so I'm very familiar with it. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, it's looking good, especially kind of the foil condition sensitive. It's not as condition sensitive as normal foils. It's pretty strong, pretty hardy. Quality control in this one. Man, the front looks centered up. Corners look good. Maybe a touch of white on a few, but it's looking like a gem 10 to me. So far, I don't see any weird indents or anything. Just let me look at this corner one more time. Just a touch of white on that. Very slight. Bottom 2 corners look great. Centering's there. Little debris right here. It's not coming off, but I don't think it's going to hurt you. Little bit of a ding right here. See that? Just run your finger through it like that. I might try it right now. It smooths it out. Yeah, I think I kind of got some of it. See? I don't know. I like this card a lot. I'm going to give it a 10, actually. I am. Yeah, I don't see many flaws. Let me look one more time. Some surface lines right here. See that? I actually think PSA brings that down to a 9 because of that. I'm closer to a 9.5 now. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, I thought it was going to be a 10. But yeah, I'm a little worried about that. Okay. Alright, we got a LeBron Silver Mosaic. The American flag on the back. Okay, right off the bat, definitely needs cleaned. All that will come off. I like using damp, but let's see if it comes off. It's just, yeah, you're gonna need a little bit damp. A little bit came off, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about these. See that? Look at that one's pretty deep all through here. That kind of prism refractor line. And then you have it also, I'm not picking it up. There, see it right there? All down through that. I'm worried about that too. I will wipe down the surface for you on this one, because I kind of smudged it, but it comes all off. But also you can kind of see another refractor line all through here. So I think PSA will give this an 8. I'm pretty confident in that. The corners look good. Centering's there. And the back's there too. Back looks good. I don't see any marks or anything. But yeah, I wouldn't grade this card. I'll still wipe down the surface for you, but those lines right there, that's going to really hurt you. All right. All right, we got a Todd Helton. I'll tell you, I'm already concerned about this card. The greening. You actually got a lot around the Rockies logo. A lot, very noticeable. It's almost a bright green on his hands and his neck. And it's too bad because it really does look sharp, the card. It's hard to get these centered too. And look at it. Look at the centering. So near 50-50 on these. It's just very, very tough. It's unfair how much they hammered the greening nowadays. They didn't used to. The back looks good. Not seeing much at all. So it's just the greening. Unfortunately, it's not everywhere, you know, but I still think PSA gives it an 8. I really do. I'm gonna put it at 9 because that doesn't bother me as much, or an 8.5. We'll see just how bright it is, but front surface looks good. Corners look good. Edges are nice and clean. Yeah, I'm gonna put this at an 8.5 because it's just very distracting for sure. Okay. All right, we got a cool Shaq insert. I don't see this card very often, to be honest. I imagine this card's pretty condition sensitive. Does that come off? Sorry, I was checking if that came off a little bit. Do you see all this kind of surface? I don't know if you can call it wear, but it's definitely there. A mark. I tried wiping it off. It didn't. It's all through here too. It's too bad. It's a really clean card too. The centering I'm a little concerned about too. It is off left to right. It's thicker on the left than the right. Got some marks on Shaq's head, little surface marks. Back debris came off there. Then we have noticeable white on this bottom left corner. So surface looks good too. So even if that did come off, I still think it's an 8 because of the centering and those little marks on his head and the back left corner ding. I'm going to put it at an 8 too. And there's a mark, noticeable little mark right there too. Corners are nice though on the front. All right, I think it's an 8. All right, we got a Shaq Jam City. I like the look of this card. Love the design. Okay, let's look at the centering first. Looks like thinner on the left than the right. Slight, very slight tilt cut, but not much. I'm gonna try to see this mark right here. Just looks like dirt. Let me just try to put a little wet and then a little dry on it. See if it comes out right away. It is not initially coming out. You got a little more faint. You could try working on that. A little bit of corner wear on this bottom left. Yep, little fraying. Top, yeah, top right corner, a little ding too. Yeah. Okay, let's flip over to the back. The back, do you see it's a little off, the color. It's a little darker, almost like a brownish hue. Hint of brown all to the top. So this card, I wouldn't consider clean. It's like it's a little dirty. I think because of that, it brings it to an 8. I don't see any marks, and because of that front mark, I think I'm around an 8.5. Yeah, it's just actually, I think I'm gonna go lean towards 8. It's just there's that color change. I don't like that. You can kind of see in the front too. It's just a little bit of a brownish tint to it. Contrast with the white to the top. That's what worries me. Okay. Woo! Love to see this one. This is my favorite card in the order so far. Oh, I love this card. It's one of my favorite inserts of all time. We got a Michael Jordan. Scoring Kings. You know, extremely condition sensitive. I see one surface dimple right here I'm looking at. And I see some edge wear and some white showing on this bottom left corner. A little bit of white showing on this bottom right, but these aren't major. I'm still liking this. I'm liking it for a hopeful 8. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's look at the back. The back is where you get a lot of chipping and lots of white showing. So right there. But other than that, it's not bad. You got some uplifting on this corner. See it? All through here. Just a little bit of uplifting. Can you see it on the front? Not really. So that's a good sign. This card you definitely should grade. I think I'm going to put it an 8. I think PSA, I'm hoping they give you an 8 for this. Let's go for it. Let's go for an 8. If not, it'll be a 7. But still, even a 7, it's worth grading. Yeah. Okay. Pretty confident in this card. I'm glad you included this. Great looking card. All right, we have a 2005 Topps Chris Paul rookie card. All right, let's look at the centering first. Looks pretty good. A little thinner on the left and the right, but we're talking 55-45, so definitely within a 10. Corners are looking pretty good. Don't see anything wrong. See a little edge ding right there, a little soft edge, I call it right there. And I also see a little surface scratch right there, right here. Let's flip it over and see what we got going on in the back. The back looks great. The back looks like a Gem 10 to me. Not seeing much wrong with the back. But I'm worried about that surface scratch and the soft edge right here. I think that keeps it from a PSA 10. But I think I would give it a 9.5. Somewhere between a 9 and 10. I would say you have a 10% chance of getting a PSA 10, but most likely it'll come back a mid 9. Okay. All Alright, we got a rare Drummond card. When he was on the Lakers, I don't think he was on very long. It's like a nebula. I love the look of these cards. Centering's there. I'm worried about a surface mark. Might be hard to pick up. Yeah, you can kind of see it goes through the ball. See that right there? All the way through down. Actually, all the way up through his arm even. See that? All through the arm. Corners look good. Edges look pretty good. The back looks like Gem 10 too, so it's just that one factory mark, unfortunately, which I think will bring it down. I think SGC will overlook it and give it like a 9.5, but I don't think PSA will. I think they'll give it a 9, if not lower. I would put it at a 60% chance they'll give it a 9 and a 40% chance they'll give it an 8. Okay. All right, we got clear shots. I love the look of these cards. This is Kevin Durant. Ooh, it looks clean. Looks really clean. I don't even see any marks, acetate marks or anything. Kind of like I talked about with the T-Law. You see these little specks of colored little paint chipping. You can get those off. I did get it off with the T-Law. But such a clean card. One little mark right here. Let me see if I can get it off. Just looks like debris. Yes, it did come off. Okay. Corners look good. Centering's there. I like this card. I think it's a 10. I don't see any major flaws with it at all. Look one more time. Yeah. All right, one more clear shots. This time it is Steph Curry. Okay, what we got? Another really nice looking card. Yeah, that debris came off nicely. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm concerned about. Do you see this white right here and maybe a little bit right here? That's print loss. So I'm a little worried about that if they notice it like I did. Is it off the back? Yeah. Do you see it all through here? I'm definitely worried about that. Other than that, the card looks great. I think PSA will still give it a 9. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 too. I just don't like the way that. I think that I can't really tell. This was the Durant. I wanted to compare it. But yeah, I think it's a 9. All right, we got Stackhouse die cut. I actually had a Penny Hardaway one of these, and it got Gem 10. I was happy with. I forget if I sold it. Okay. Let's make sure it's clean. Centering's there. I see a touch of white right here. The corners are nice. A little bit of a corner bend here, but not too bad. We'll see if I notice it on the back. I don't see any indents. Edges look good. Let me flip it over. Yeah, I don't see much wrong with this card. Just a little uplifting on this. This is my only concern on this card, is that little bit of uplifting. I think PSA might give it a 9 because of that. I'm kind of leaning towards a 9.5. But it does have a shot at a 10. It really does. But combined with a little bit of white right here, I think PSA just gives it a 9. Okay. Alright, I love the look of this card. Magic Johnson. Refractor. This card should have more value. It's so cool. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 grades again with the coating and without. Initially, I saw a refractor line. I'm trying to get it again. Yes, I see it. Okay, so the refractor line, you can see the color change right here, darker blue, light blue. That's because that refractor line goes through through here, and you actually have a horizontal, vertical one right here too. Okay, so that tells me it can't be a 10, but it has a shot at a 9 maybe. Corners look good. I mean, look at the peel. It's just ready to come out. So I would recommend peeling it. This one's going to be really easy to peel up. The back, I do see some marks initially right away. Right here. And I saw some over here. Light ones. I'm not sure they're going to bring you down from a 9, so that's good. And a few light marks right there. See that? That one's a little more concerning, but still, I still think it's a mint 9 once we get that coating off. But with the coating, it's an 8. Let me just make sure everything's in order again. Yeah, the back. Let me look one more time on the back. Yeah, I am thinking this is a 9 with the coating off and an 8 with the coating on. All right, we got the Admiral. You don't see this card very often. Cut above. Love the 3-dimensional look to it. Okay. Centering, look, 50-50, perfect. Corners are nice and sharp. This is a very clean card. Back is hard. All right, so do you see the edge wear on the top? It's tricky. I actually think the cut's not too bad. I still think this is a 10. I like it. There is a chance PSA will give it a 9 because of that top edge wear. But it's just how it was cut. I wouldn't even call it wear, you know? Really cool looking card. Yeah, I think as long as the grader knows it's just how it's cut, I think you have a shot at 10. I'm not seeing much wrong with this card, really. I like it. I'll give it a 10. All right, we have a nice Shaq refractor. Holding court. Okay, so I'm looking at the centering first, and I really like the centering. Now I'm looking for those common refractor lines, and I see... I don't see any horizontal. Sometimes it's hard to see through the coating, but I actually do see one horizontal right here. It's a faint one, though. It was through the card. No verticals. I do see some damage to one of the corners. I'll show you. Okay, so it is right there. See that? PSA gives us automatic 8s, and there's that little complete bubble right there. Other than that, the other corners look pretty good. But yeah, that little back corner ding is going to get you to an 8, unfortunately. So, actually, in this case, because of that ding, I would recommend keeping the coating on. Because the coating on is not going to bring you down further than that ding would of an 8. So, I think you'd still get an 8 with the coating on this one. So I will just grade it as with the coating. Yeah, it's too bad about that back corner and that one little refractor line. It's a really cool card, but yeah, unfortunately, I think it gets an 8. 8 in my book too. Okay. Woo, this might be my new favorite in the order. Wow. The gold embossed. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so first I'm going to look at the centering. Left to right, it's perfect. Top to bottom, it's a little off, thinner on the top than the bottom, but not much. Still within Gem 10 range. I'd say 60-40 on that. I see some indent right here. See that? That bothers me a little bit. Not sure what that was from. Could be the name. All right, let me keep looking at the corners. Touches of white on the corners, very common. Not bad. Really, they aren't bad. I'll think about that indent. Yeah, okay, so definitely some white. That's some paper loss right here. And that corner is definitely going to bring you down to an 8. See all that white and the white edge. Some edge wear right here. I mean, still such a nice card. We got the normal kind of edge lifting and rippling, but that's common to this year. We got a little bit of... It's not coming out. You see it right there? I thought maybe it was just some gunk, but that's on there pretty good. Such a nice card, though. I think they might give this... it's between a 7 and an 8 for PSA. I think I'm going to give it an 8. Such a nice card. Okay. All right, we got Tony Gwynn and Juan Gonzalez. Does have a coating on it, so I might give you 2 grades. I'm looking for refractor lines. That's the first thing I do on these ones. And the centering looks pretty good, too. I don't see any refractor lines on this Gwyn side. Let's flip it. I just want to see. Yeah, I don't see any. Maybe a faint one? Maybe a faint one along here. Corners. This is another card I would peel, because you do have a chance out of 10. I like this card. It's sharp. I don't think it's a corner ding. I would start peeling from this backside. There's more lifting. Just from probably one of these corners. Yeah, I don't see any weird indents or anything. I think this has a shot out of 10 if you peel it, okay? Looks good. All right, we got a 2006, I believe, Topps Justin Verlander rookie. I'm looking at the centering first, and man, it looks good. 50-50. Corners look nice. Little bit of uplifting on this top left. That could just be smoothed out a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Okay. No surface scratches. Looks good. The front looks like a Gem 10. Let's hope the back carries over. A little bit of maybe some debris up top here. Came off. Good. It's a good sign. Ooh, nice card. No weird indents. Corners look good. Centering's good. I like this card a lot. I'm going to do a quick pass now. I don't see any flaws. I think this is a 10. Grade it. Alright, we got a Lincecum. I liked watching him play. Alright, see what we got. I wish he would have had a longer career. Looking at the centering, it's 50-50. These kind of canvas style cards are pretty sturdy cards. Pretty easy to gem up. Yeah, this card's perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Even the centering on the back. That's not a flaw. The corners are perfect. This was a easy 10 grade all day. I'll do one more quick pass. Yeah, it's a 10. All right, we got a Chapman auto. I like these minis. Okay. Let's look at the centering. Centering's 50-50. Corners are nice and sharp. Nice bold autograph. Wow. This card's flawless. It's just like the Lincecum. Maybe a little bit of uplifting on this bottom right corner. But it's pretty solid. Yeah, I don't see a flaw. This is a 10. Amazing card. Alright, got the DJ Williams out of the uncirculated case. And it's nice. It's really nice. 50-50 centering. Not one surface scratch. It truly is uncirculated. I hate when you get the uncirculated cards and crack it open and there's flaws. So the back has, this is a crisscross surface scratch here. See that? And then there's one that way. But I don't think it's enough. If it does get a PSA 9, it's because of those. But that front is just too flawless. The corners are good. Yeah, it looks like a 10 to me. I'm confident in this Gem 10. I'll just take off a little bit of debris. But it looks really nice. It's just those two surface scratches, that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more marks or anything. All right, I think you got another 10. That's 3 in a row. All right, I love these gold Pacific Prisms. I have trouble getting good grades on them, but I really like the design. And I'm hoping these are really clean. Look at the centering on that. It's 50-50. Your cards are ending with a bang for sure. Okay, so nothing. I'm a little concerned about the back on this card, though. Look at that. All right there. And then all right there. That one's pretty heavy. Edge wear right there. Chipping almost. A little bit there on that corner, too. So, ooh. That one's not good either. Look at that. See that? That one's the worst one. Dang it. I spoke too soon. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. As good as the front looks, bad at the back. I think that brings it down to a 7, unfortunately. I'm going to put it at a 7.5, I believe. I think that gets a 7. If not lower. But I'm going to put it at a 7. Okay. Alright, we got Dan Marino. I hope this one fares better than the Favre. Again with the centering. It's perfect. Love the centering. Little bit of white showing top right. Just a touch. I might see a ding on this bottom right, but I need to see it from the back. No surface problems. The fronts are looking great. Alright, this back is looking better already. But there is noticeable white on the top left. Edge issues, top. The bottom, see all that white edge right there. Other than that, not seeing too much. I think this is an 8 copy. I think PSA would give it an 8. I'm closer to an 8.5. Let's see if that's white. Yeah, that's just the card design, I believe. Yeah. Okay, I think this is around an 8. Alright, we got the Joe Montana. I'm hoping we get a 9 out of these, one of them. Centering's pretty nice. A little bit higher on the top than the bottom. Little touch of white on this top right corner. Touch of white on the bottom right, but not much at all. Alright, the front's 9 or better for sure. Let's fingers crossed on this back. Ah, these backs are brutal. Look at that. Not as bad as the first one. Was that Merino? No, not as bad as the Favre. And then you got edge wrinkles right here. I didn't realize how bad these backs were. Not your cards. I'm just talking about the set in general, but you can see a little more edge lifting right there. Other than that, nothing, but I think this is closer to like a 7.5. I think PSA would give it a 7. Maybe a 7.5. Yeah. All right, we still got 2 left. We still got Rice and Emmett, so hopefully they're a little better on the back. Okay. All right, we got the Jerry Rice. I like the centering. The front on all these cards look great. The corners look good. I see minimal white. Top right, touch of white. Edges look great. No surface marks, anything. Okay, the back. Yes, good sign. The back looks great. You notice that? No huge indents. You got a little ripple right here on the edge, but that's not much. That's not much at all. I think if PSA, the grader, knows the set, they'll give it a mint 9 just because of the difficulty they'd understand it. Touch of white on the bottom right. I like this card a lot. I think the Rice is gradable. I'm going to put it at a mint 9. That's what I would grade it. I like it a lot. Okay, final card. We got the Emmitt Smith. Let's see if we can end with the 9.5. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, the front centering looks pretty good. I do see more white on the front corners. Front, especially the bottom left. Yeah, there's definite white showing there. And touch of white top right. Still possible mint 9 range, depends on the back, but the back is scary, as we know. Okay. Definitely not as bad as the Favre. Some lifting to that corner right there. And then we got some kind of edge splitting right here. I would take a microfiber, just bend it down. Get it down just a little bit more. It's not wanting to come down. A little bit of corner wear there. And white corner wear there. So I think this is a solid 8 copy. I wouldn't put it anywhere below that. But I think the Jerry Rice was the nicest out of them. Edge wear to the top. No marks. I'll just try to push that one down for you right there. But I think it's an 8.